Hi and welcome to another battle report. This is a 4-game AOS, and what we are playing is a scenario from one of the AOS book. I haven't read the book. Another player presented the scenario, but basically there is a terrain piece in the middle, and we should get that, and whoever gets that in the end of that phase, with end of turn 5, gets the win. If nobody's within 6 inches of it, we count victory percentage of armies remaining, or is more than one unit from different army in the middle. The one with the most unit, I think, or most models within gets the victory. So to start off my Bretonnian, I'm playing a very peasant themed Bretonnian list this turn. We're playing a special comp system 7.5. I will have the link below for the comp system. I have 30 men-at-arms and a paladin just down that hill. I have the archers on that hill, and I have a treb. Then we have next to me we have the Nurgle on that hill. He have 5 Nurgle Knights, I don't remember the name of those. 2 units of 3 Nurgling Swarms, and Papa Nurgle in the middle there. And then furthest away from the corner we have a dwarf player. He have 5 Iron Breakers in that graveyard. He have 10 Thunderers, they are called, a special dwarf engineer character, and double organ guns, which is kind of a brutal list because organ guns are hard now. He's facing off the greenskin player. He have a chariot, a unit of black orcs, 10 of them I think, a black orc warlord, and then 10 boys on that hill. The Bretonnian gets the first turn, and you can see here I moved up my unit to closer to the middle. Well, the archers and the treb use their special abilities on and now the archer used the special ability on this guy, so they can choose triple amounts of shots, and the treb killing 2 of his Nurgle knights, which was very nice. Well, this is the dwarf turn, and as you can see, dwarf move as much now as they did in normal game. He's open up with his organ gun and he kills. Let's see, black orcs have 2 wound each and 4 up save, but anyway, he managed to cut down 4 of them, I think, in the end, which was very hard for the black orc player. Well, the orc player rushes up with his whole line closer to the dwarf line, and that's all he does because he doesn't have any shooting or magic. And for the Nurgling turn, it comes right at me. What happened in this combat, a lot of peasants died. I did a couple of wounds on the Papa Nurgle, killed one of the swarms, but they will regenerate if you don't kill all of them in one go. So he lost a swarm, and Papa Nurgle suffers some wound, but he will regenerate that in his next hero phase, so it won't matter anyway. So that's all for the first turn. Over to second turn, and the greenskin gets the first, and you can see here he slams his unit into the dwarf player. And what he did here, he killed 3 or 4 thunderers with the black orcs. The boys didn't do anything to the Ironbreaker may have killed a boy. I don't think the black orc suffered any casualties, and the chariot failed the charge together with the war boss failing his charge. Next is Bretonnians, and what you can see here is my man-at-arms is dying in a backup load. Otherwise not much happened in my turn. My Treb actually didn't do anything at all. I think I shot everything at Papa Nurgle. No effect at all. My Paladin goes in the middle of the archer unit to counter charge if his Plague Knights get into combat with them next turn. Well, in combat you can see I have no men-at-arms left after the Nurgling's turn, which is kind of harsh, but my archer did very well. They managed to strike down one of his Nurgle Knights, even though some of them died. But that's the Nurgle player's turn. So over to the Dwarfs, and this is horrible because he pretty much make the greenskin suffers a lot. I think one of the organ gun open ups and wipe out one of the Nurgling units in the swamp, and the other organ gun and thunders just do some damage on the chariot. And in combat, yeah, he killed some greenskin, but I think some black orcs managed to stomp in some face on a thunders or two. I think the Ironbreaker actually lose one guy in the combat with the boys. And well, Dwarf gets the first phase in turn 3. So what he did is basically wipe out the chariot, wipe out the boss, the black orcs taking heavy losses, and the boys taking heavy losses. And his unit haven't suffered too much damage yet. Then we go over to Bretonnians, and only one word for you: heroic killing blow is still good. I go in against these two guys, what they call Nurgle Knights, and I kill them. You just, for you who don't know, you roll a die. If you hit, your opponent suffer d6 mortal wounds. I know it should be removed from game without any save possible, but anyways, it's still good. It's still cool. I'm trying to align myself with the demon player, even though I just kill his Nurgle Knights, so show some good faith. My Treb lay down a rock on one of his organ gun crew, killing those 3 guys. Well, the orc player actually have to go away, unfortunately, but you can see here is the remaining dwarf. He have taken a lot of losses fighting the greenskin. Well, even though I offer my alliance to his the Nurgle player, he still chooses to send his 2 remaining Nurgling swarms and Papa Nurgle towards me, which is kind of hard because we both have the same amount of guys, and one of these guys is a big Nurgle monster, and I have 2 bowmen and a paladin remaining. Turn 4, I have my paladin. He runs down, he charges Papa Nurgle. He rolls the heroic killing blow, but Papa Nurgle have some special ability which is unfair, because if he roll, I think it's a 6, I suffer a wound instead. So instead of he just going up in smoke, my guy suffers some wounds, but I managed to survive that fight anyway with 1 wound remaining. The Treb shoot at Papa Nurgle, I think it did some wounds on him, which is kind of cool. So Papa Nurgle is pretty damaged now. Here is the dwarf player turn, and you can see he is moving up towards the middle. But he's dwarf, he cannot really move because dwarfs don't really have any legs. So he don't get very far and don't do anything. In the demon's turn, Papa Nurgle is very mean and killed the lone heroic paladin. But the Paladin had done some pretty good work on Papa Nurgle together with the Treb. I think he's down to only 2 wounds remaining, which is kind of harsh. His Nurgling charges the Treb, doing 2 wounds towards the Treb. I think you should have aimed at the crew, but yeah, doesn't matter too much. So in the last turn, Papa Nurgle runs up, stand on the objective with, I think, have 3 wounds remaining now. Well, in combat, the Nurgling strike at the Treb once again. And this time, unfortunately, the Treb got sick, so if the Nurglings do 1 or more wounds to you, your unit gets sick and suffers these mortal wounds. So my Treb died of sickness from the Nurglings. And in the final thing that happened is the Dwarfs takes a turn and just shoot Great Unclean One dead with the organ gun. So in the end, it ended up, since the Dwarf had the highest percentage of his army remaining, he wins. And that's it. Final thoughts of this is, I think Age of Sigmar is a very good game if you are more than 2 players. I tried, me and my friends have tried, so to say, for example, Triumph and Treachery, which is a kind of cool game, but this works much better. I think it's kind of not so awkward with combat rules, which AOS, no, I'm sorry, Triumph and Treachery is. And so if you're 3, 4, 5 people, you can easily play a AOS game all together. It's very nice and it works very well. Here we played kind of small forces because we hadn't tried this format earlier, and 2 of the players haven't played AOS so much. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd game for 2 of the guys, so it was very nice. It took some time, but when we get more comfortable with the rules, it will run smoother, and we will probably have some kind of bigger armies. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any question, ask them below and I will try to answer as soon as I can. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you haven't already. Have a nice one.